Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Hey, if you're new here, please click that like, that subscribe, and don't forget to bang that bell notification. This way you get notified every time I upload a video. Well, what's today's video all about? Oil leaks. Yep, we've got a Harley-Davidson here marking its territory and we need to fix it. And what is leaking or seeping, you say? Good question. Our rocker box, upper and lower rocker box gaskets. So we're going to remove the upper and lowers. This is the head that is having the issue, but we're going to do both. Because if you look right here, there is some moisture in there, so that's starting to seep as well. Now, if you're curious what the part numbers are, the lower rocker box gasket, that part number from Harley-Davidson is 16719-99B, and the upper gasket is 17386-99A. And here's the upper, and here's the lower. So we got the gaskets. We went and picked them up. They're genuine Harley-Davidson parts, so we can get the stuff off. And what do you need to take them off? Well, you need a 7/16 socket here, and there. 6 screws. This side is longer than the other side. So without further ado, let me get this off and I'll show you what it looks like underneath. Okay, got all 6 of those bolts off. It's a 7/16 socket. And once you get those off, this will lift right out. And there is your upper rocker box. Here is the rocker box gasket for the top. And it failed. But no worries, we're going to take it, throw it right in the file 13. It missed, but no big deal. To get to the lower one, you got these 7/16 bolts here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus these 1/2 inch bolts here for the rocker arms. Plus these 3/8 bolts for the crankcase breathers. So once we get those off, we will definitely be pulling this one together. I'll be showing you that gasket. Again, this gasket isn't leaking, but we're here. It's really not much more labor, so we're going to get it done as well. So let me get these bolts out. I don't think you guys need to see me taking bolts out. But once all the bolts are out, we'll pull the rocker arms off, and then we'll pull off the lower rocker box. Okay, I got the crankcase breather off. And I got the 4 bolts off for the rocker arms. And that will come lift right off, and I'll put it right down in the upper rocker box just to keep all the parts together. The breather's giving me a hard time. There we go. So there you have it. There's your breather element, there's your rocker arms assembly, and your upper rocker box. You will get oily, though, and your workspace will get oily. The trick is to keep everything clean. Now here are your push rods. I forgot to tell you, one of the most important things you can do when doing this is making sure that the cylinder that you're disassembling is at top dead center. This way the cam lobes are at the bottom, and these have as little pressure on them that is on the rocker arms. So next will be the 7/16 bolts, and once those come out, this lifts off and we'll expose the other gasket. Let me get that done and we'll lift that off together. Okay guys, as you can see, there's 2 longer bolts and then 4 shorter bolts, and I'll show you where those go. The longer bolts go into the corner on the left side of the lower rocker box. The other 4 go right here. These 4 are for the rocker arm support bracket, which holds your rocker arms. Now that that's all unbolted, we lift up and away our lower rocker box. And now, as always, we clean everything. And now what you got to watch, and I'll show you when I put the new gasket on, what you got to look out for. Because, you know, having a clean mating surface, mating, will ensure a good seal with the new gasket. So we're going to flip this over. And here's the old gasket. Lifts right off, and we take it and we file 13 it right there in the garbage, because we don't reuse gaskets. Now I'm going to wipe off the lower part of the rocker box gasket, and I'll get all this cleaned up and we'll get it all back together. Alright guys, like I was saying, you have to be careful of this passageway. This is for your crankcase breather. Crankcase comes out of here, goes into your breather bolts, then recirculates back into the carburetor on this in your intake manifold. Now, when you grab your new gasket, right here, you can see, let me hold this up, that same passageway right here. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's there. So when you put this on, you want to make sure that passageway follows this passageway as well. So that's our nice new gasket. Nice and purty. And the lower rocker box has been cleaned. And oh, I've got this backwards. Do I? Yes, I did. Oops. Alright, and all the thread holes I already chased out and cleaned. I do have to clean these thread holes, these threads, before we reassemble, and I have to look up the torque in a good book, and I will go over that with you. Let me get that done. Alright guys, right out of the good book, the torque on these is 120 to 168 inch-pounds. And here is your torque sequence. So your torque sequence here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a star pattern, standard star, no problem. So 120, 168. So I go right in the middle to 137 inch-pounds. And let's see how we do here. I just kind of go slow with it, and it does say apply medium strength thread locker, which is the blue, to the thread. So I did that as well. Always go by the good book, and you can't go wrong. All right, let me get this torqued up and we'll get it done. All right guys, so that's all torqued up. That's happy where it wants to be. Next is this O-ring, okay? We replace that O-ring, and now for our rocker arm assembly. And as you can see, it doesn't really sit all that flush and happy because we got to put these bolts in. There's no thread locker to be placed on these bolts. But also, when you're doing this, keep in mind where your push rods are on the rocker arms. Make sure they're sitting in their cups. Because if not, then you're going to create a whole bunch of other problems for you, which I guarantee you don't want. And those torque specs, let me get those. Next page. Rocker arm support plate bolts is 18 to 22 foot-pounds. So it's a difference of 4, so I'll go to 20 foot-pounds. Foot-pounds, not inch-pounds, foot-pounds on these 4 bolts. Let me get that done and we'll continue on together. Okay guys, 20 foot-pounds of torque. Following the same star pattern torque sequence. 1, 2, 3, and no thread locker on these either. There's 4. Okay. So now we got the lower rocker box cover torqued. We got the rocker arms assemblies torqued. And to install this, the book says go a quarter turn at a time till snug and then torque. And that's exactly what I do. Is I bring them in a star pattern, this one, this one, this one, this one. I go until they just start to touch. Then I go quarter turn at a time. And then once they're down, I torque them up. So there you have it. Now we work on to our crankcase breather. And there it is. No torque sequence because it's only 2 bolts. And the breather assembling screws are 120 to 156. So the 120 to 156, that's a 36. So we'll go to 138 inch-pounds of torque. Not foot-pounds, inch-pounds. So we take our breather assembly. Now you got to watch which way this came out because you have a hole here which matches up here just like that. And honestly, I don't think you could put this in backwards because it just wouldn't fit. Wouldn't be fitting. Right, Mammy?
It ain't fitting.
So I do cheat on this as I do grab my little electric ratchet. It's an 8-volt, and I just snug them up with it, and then I'll put torque wrench on it. I do cheat up at times, you know, just because it saves time. See, that one's snug. That one's snug. Okay, now let me get the torque wrench on it and we'll do the upper box. Okay guys, I got it all torqued down. Now, I got a question to ask you. Now I want you to be honest with me. Do you like me skipping through tightening and torquing the bolts? Or do you want to see that? Let me know in the comments down below. Because I really want to know what your thoughts are on that. Because honestly, I don't know how many times people could watch me or watch somebody remove a bolt or install a bolt. I'm just showing you how to access those bolts. So, of course, yes, I did take the tank off, and I forgot to tell you this is an 01 Dyna. So here we go, back at it. So now we take our nice brand new gasket and we're going to install it. Now you have to watch putting this on and ask me how do I know, because you can bolt everything up just like this and have a whole bunch of leaks. How do I know? Because I've done it. So we put our new gasket there. We'll grab our rocker box cover that the mating surface is cleaned. We'll slide that over. And usually what I do at this time with 2 hands is get everything lined up. So let me see if I can do that now. Oh, here she is. She could help us out. Mrs. Dr. Harley, can you hold the camera for me, please? Perfect timing. Yeah, it does stink. Ooh, cleaners. All right, let's make sure this is going on correctly. And nope. See what I mean, guys? You can't put it on wrong multiple ways. All right, so I start putting the rocker box on with 1 bolt. And these are the longer of the 6 bolts that hold this on. And I had a little oil spill here, so I'm going to wipe that up. Right there, a little dribble. Dribble, it's drooling. All right, let's go to the other side and I'll put those other 3 in. Yeah. I'm a little punchy right now.
It's an early morning.
Nah, it's afternoon.
Well, we had an earlier morning.
Yes, we did. You want to tell everybody what you got today?
A new black kitty.
Yes, we got another black kitty for the house. We adopted him from a rescue place. So he is a cat that was needing a forever home. Mel met him about a week or 2 ago.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago, we discussed it and we decided, yes, let's give him a forever home. All right, let's go on the other side and we'll talk about the torque sequence.
And he is hiding.
Yeah, he's hiding. New place. So if we look here at the good book, our torque sequences are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how I'm going to tighten them down using, as soon as I can find, there it is, 1/2 inch is right there. Well, that's, nope, 3/8, 1/2 inch, 7/16. There's our 1/2 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snug them in. Oh, 7/16. What am I doing? Losing my brain here. These are 7/16. If you notice, I just snugged it up. Can I get? No, I have to go around the other side. This is the pain part, guys. Going from one side of motor to the other. So here's 2. Now we go to the other side, get 3.
Sorry for the rotation.
Yep, you guys get the picture. So, you know, let me get this torqued up and we'll discuss the end. Okay, guys, so I got it torqued down, and the torque for that is 18 to 22 foot-pounds. So half of 4, wait, is it 18? Yep, 18 to 22 foot-pounds. So half in the middle of that is 20 foot-pounds. So I torqued 20 foot-pounds. All right, everybody. That's what it looks like when it's done. Yep, I do clean up the rocker boxes so they're nice and shiny. There's no more oil on them. All right, everybody. And that's it for this video. And if you've made it this far and you like this video and you don't subscribe to me, I'd appreciate it if you do. And if you do like this content, consider joining our membership. Our channel members have early access to all the videos. We do a members only live, which is right here in the shop. You see everything unedited, uncut, and unfiltered. And that's it, everybody. Until the next time, you live the best life you can. Ride often and always ride hard.
Like and subscribe.